In this video I'm going to run through different options for putting lights on your bike. Why is this important? Firstly, because if it's dark and you can't see where you're going, you might hurt or kill yourself or ruin your bike. You may smash into someone else and get sued or kill them. Also, you can get fines. In Belgium, the police often do inspections of bikes as it's getting to dusk and it starts to get dark. They will check for a front light, a back light, 2 reflectors on the spokes or the reflective trim around the wheel, as well as a bell. And then you can get a big fine, 100 or something euros, depending on how they're feeling. So it's really important to have lights on your bike. I want to talk first of all about this, the Dynamo. I've had so many old second-hand bikes through my hands with the Dynamo on, and 9 times out of 10, it's not working. It's not powering the front and back light anymore. Just so everyone knows, because in England I never saw these that much, but you just had to buy your own external lights for the bike or it came with them. But on continental Europe, in Holland and Belgium, I see a lot of the bikes, they come with this as standard. You push it down and this part of the front hits the tyre, and as the tyre moves it pushes this around, which pushes the dynamo, which powers the front and back light. As I said, 9 times out of 10 it's not working. Why? Because the wire is broken somewhere. The wire is very flimsy where it connects to the front lamp. And if the wire gets broken, it's just not going to power it anymore. It might still power the back one, but so often the wire is broken or just the dynamo has had it. It doesn't take the pressure of being used often very well. So the internal parts where there's supposed to be friction, it's no longer there. 9 times out of 10, I know it's not going to work. I check, it's not working. I take it off the bike. 2 more reasons why it's no good. One person, a mechanic, told me that it damages the side of the tires. Another person told me that, it just makes life harder for them when they're pedaling. If you've got that, it's adding friction onto the side of the wheel, so you're having to pedal a little bit harder. So they're rubbish, basically. Final point on dynamos is even when they are working, the light isn't bright enough to show you where you want to go. To me, it always felt like a candle, basically, the power of a candle in front of you. They're not bright enough to even be very useful. So you get rid of it. Now I know some people are thinking, yeah, you can have a dynamo inside the axle of the front wheel. Yes, you can have an inbuilt one. They seem a lot more powerful, a lot more reliable. They seem to power these LCD lights, LED LCD, but the problem with that is if the wheel gets buckled, then you need a whole new wheel with the axle with the dynamo inside again. You can't just swap it for any front wheel. It has to be that one with the axle. I don't think you could just change the axle itself with this inbuilt dynamo, because then all the spokes would be part of it. Anyway, it's a faff, it's annoying. So I'd forget about dynamo powered lights. Next thing I want to talk about is all these weird, big, cheap ones made out of plastic that you get in different stalls, and they take, AA or AAA size batteries. And they look great at the beginning, they're very powerful, but they're heavy. What I notice every single time, as you can see I get loads of them on different bikes, is the clasp mechanism falls apart because it's cheap plastic, probably from China. Now you can see here where it slots into the holder, that's broken, another one broken. So the light itself can be okay until you have any sort of impact, and then it just kind of flies off. Or you're trying to push it onto the clasp holder and the plastic just breaks, and then what are you going to do with it? Nothing. Always seem to have different sizes. Whichever size holder you've got doesn't match the next one you buy, so they're absolute waste of time because they're just so flimsy. The plastic breaks, they fall off, they fly off. The batteries never seem to last that long, and they're heavy and they take a lot of kind of space on your handlebar. Got, honestly, absolutely tons of them I can show you that aren't really working. Now this one goes on the back rack. Again, for some reason it's not working. I put new batteries in it. So these big plasticky ones, rubbish. This one's interesting. It's the standard one from Decathlon. So when you buy bikes, you get one like this on the front and a smaller one at the back. It's got a little switch underneath. It takes the metal like disc batteries. Not powerful at all, hardly. Really rubbish from the beginning. And again, oh, the clasp was broken. So where am I going with all this? I want to recommend what you buy are these LED lights. Try and find a good example. There's a good example. So you get 2 in a pack, 1 white, 1 red, and they flash in different configurations as well. Now what I love about these are you can put them on and off very easily. You don't need a second mechanism to attach it. You just loop it around, clip it on. The batteries seem to last a long time. I think it takes 2 disc size ones. I can't remember what size they are, but they are super cheap. So you can get them from hardware stores, you get them from these kind of cheap £1, €2 stores, pick and mix stores. You always see them there as a small kind of item for just a couple of euros. You see them on markets as well. So they're very cheap, they're super bright at night. I guess it's LCD or LED, whichever one, LED. It's super bright at night, especially when it's flashing. So these are my preferred ones. You just have to remember to take them off when you leave your bike somewhere, because there's always one bad thief that will notice them and take them off. So that's the only thing, you have to take them off when you leave your bike. But these are the ones I recommend, super bright at night, super cheap. And one more final tip is kids absolutely love them. If you're looking for a toy for your kids or something to keep them entertained, you can give them one of these. My kids like to put them on the end of sticks and carry them in the forest to light the way. If you're in a garage like this behind me, turn off all the lights, put the kids in a car, give them some of these. As you can see, I've got lots and lots of them spare. So you put them in a car in a garage with all the lights off, and then put some music on in the car, like techno music, and give them these, and you can have a disco in the car with all the flashing lights. They absolutely love it. That's my tip for lights on a bike. I hope it's useful. If so, give me a thumbs up. Any questions, put them in below in the comments section, and subscribe for the more videos that I've got coming up on accessories and electric bikes. Thanks.